Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to VGU Gaming, as this is another video game review. I'm your host, Don VX Protocols, and of course, if you would prefer to read this review instead of watching it, there is a link to the written version of this review in the description below. I hope you enjoy. When you hear that a game series has lasted through 8 different forms, you would immediately think of games like Final Fantasy. However, in this case, we are talking about one of the legendary beat-em-ups from KOEI TECHMO, Dynasty Warriors. With more officers, more missions, and more modes for players to enjoy, this definitely seems to be the best version of the series so far. But can the might of the Three Kingdoms stand up to the expectations of the gamers? Let us have a look and find out. So the storyline is the same as it always has been in the series. The story of the Three Kingdoms of China trying to dominate the region. The three major factions, Wu, Wei and Shu, venture out to conquer the world in their own image. Along the way they will encounter many foes such as the Yellow Turbans, the Jin Dynasty, wild barbarians and the awesome power of Lu Bu. Throughout the story you'll be able to choose who you play as in a mission from a choice between 3 different soldiers with completely different fighting styles. The combat in Dynasty Warriors 8 is now bigger and better than ever, with some officers changing their classic weapons and new officers introducing new forms of combat. Before you jump into battle, you get to choose what weapons you would go into battle with. You can choose between 2 different weapons with different elements to them. These elements will deal more damage to certain units, which encourages players to select both different weapons and different elements to ravage the battlefield. There are tons of officers to play as for all the factions, ranging from spear-wielding Zhao Yun of Shu, the sword-swinging predator Xiahou Dun of Wei, the tonfa-handling little conqueror Sun Ce of Wu, and the strategic elegance of Sima Yi of Jin. On top of playing as the 4 major faction officers, you also get the chance to play as the other faction officers such as Zhang Jiao, Lu Bu, Jiao Chan and Meng Huo. All these characters are unlocked simply by playing through the game, seeing battles from the perspectives of different factions and officers. Aside from the campaign and free mode, there is a new game type known as Ambition mode that allows you to construct your own base in order to win the allegiance of the Emperor. In this game type, you will help your continent grow as you go out on missions to recruit new officers, earn fame, and acquire materials that can be used to upgrade your base. It is a different game style that encompasses more mission-based scenarios than the campaign, and an interesting game type that suits the game quite well. One thing that Dynasty Warriors 8 has decided to embrace that is a very welcome addition to the series is that everything is connected to online play. You can go online with your friends as you battle against your foes, or even compare how you are performing in comparison to the rest of the world in the rankings. This is a fantastic addition to the game as more and more people are getting into it and want to join their friends in epic combat on huge battlefields. Although the game improves on so many levels, there are a few concerning issues that have popped up during my time playing the game. One of the most concerning being that some campaign missions straight up glitched and I was not able to complete them. This happened a number of times on quite a few different stages of the campaign. Although this can be patched at a later time, this was a bad sight to see from the initial release. Secondly, there's an issue I've seen concerning siege weapons. In the past, siege weapons didn't seem to be that annoying because they either had a limited range or could be seen coming in. The ballista in general are too powerful due to their range in comparison to how far their particle effect goes. It involves you having to block throughout your fights or having to take the alternate routes to take them down. If there's one thing you do not want to be doing in a Dynasty Warriors game, it is block. You want to run around, hack and slash, and just dominate the field. The only other slight issue that was encountered were a lot of frame rate drops. But in these kinds of games, it is to be expected. After all, you will be fighting thousands of opponents at once with some pretty stylish and flamboyant attacks that involve tons of particle effects. Frame rate drops are not that bad of an issue, as you can still play the game perfectly fine in most cases. Even if the frame rate drops can be expected from a Dynasty Warriors game, however, it is still a shame to see it apparent here, where we might have been able to see permanent 60 FPS gameplay. Overall, it is great to see that Dynasty Warriors 8 is a great improvement of the series. It encompasses all of the previous games have included and has continued to improve. Although there are some issues that will bother you if you encounter them, they can be patched out in time. If you want to experience some pure fun involving warriors with insanely badass attacks, then Dynasty Warriors 8 is definitely the game for you. So that's the end of the review, guys, and if you want to know what we would score Dynasty Warriors 8 out of 100, we would give Dynasty Warriors 8 a 75% uncovered rating. It is a great game to play. If you're a massive fan of the Dynasty Warriors series, this is a must-have. If you're new to the Dynasty Warriors series, this will be a great addition to your gaming library, as you will just love hacking and slashing and running through all this violence. The environment of the Three Kingdoms is very good and very immersive, and I would personally recommend Dynasty Warriors to anyone. Yes, the bugs can get annoying, but as I did say, it's not like they can't be patched, and knowing what KOEI TECHMO are like, they will patch it as soon as possible. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the review of Dynasty Warriors 8. But what do you think of it? Is it as powerful as the mighty Lu Bu, or is it as puny as a cuddly toy? Let us know what you think of the game down in the comment section below, or even check out the VGU forums, post up your comments and your experiences whilst playing Dynasty Warriors 8. So there you are, guys, that's the review. I hope you have enjoyed it. By all means, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future, whether it be video game reviews, playthroughs, and all that good stuff. Until next time, we'll be seeing you on the other side.